It's common for players to get injured during a heated game, and for one or two of them to sit out the offseason. But the Seattle Mariners don't just have one man down. They've got 4 players who got injured, and get this, one player is the newcomer and star of the show, Julio Rodriguez. Keep watching, because in this video, we'll be giving details on his injury, supposed recovery time, and more. First of all, how did Julio Rodriguez get injured? Jerry Dipoto, who's in charge of Seattle Mariners baseball operations, stated that the star player Rodriguez broke his left pinky during the AL Division Series against the Houston Astros, in Game 3 to be exact, and the injury was revealed through an exit exam this week to Julio. Now, you must be wondering how Rodriguez got hurt. It turns out that he got the injury from sliding headfirst into second base on a double in the 8th inning of what became an 18-inning marathon as the Mariners ended up losing 1-0 to Houston, which basically ended their season. Other than his broken pinky finger, Rodriguez also had back and wrist injuries during the season. In fact, his lower back injury gave him trouble later on, and the strain acted up late into the season, causing him to lose time when the Mariners were pushing for a postseason spot. The Seattle manager, Scott Servais, said that he just needs to have some downtime, get his body feeling good again. He also added that the 21-year-old star had been through a lot, like playing extensive baseball non-stop, for example. It takes up a huge toll on you, both emotionally and physically. Poor Rodriguez. We hope he feels better soon. And please, somebody give this boy a day off while you're at it. He deserves it. Coming up, here's a look at other players who got injured during the season. The players other than Julio Rodriguez who dealt with injuries and need a decent amount of recovery and self-care treat-yourself days are the catcher, Cal Raleigh, the standout reliever, Andres Munoz, foot, while outfielder Jesse Winker, however, has already undergone one of 2 operations needed to repair injuries he dealt with during the season. Cal Raleigh played the last month of the season with an injured thumb, a torn ligament in his left thumb to be exact. Raleigh's also considered one of the major reasons for Seattle's run to the postseason. And yes, this includes the home run that happened on September 30th, the same home run that helped make the team pull off their first playoff berth since 2001. Cal also played a helping hand in the Wild Card series in Toronto. Following up, will the players need surgery for their injuries? The Seattle Mariners catcher, Cal Raleigh, is scheduled to see a hand specialist in the next couple days to determine whether surgery will be needed for his injured thumb. We hope someone can give the player a thumbs-up approval if needed, because we know the man himself will find it tricky to do on his own. What, too soon to make a joke? In other news, Jerry Dipoto also said that Andres Munoz will undergo foot surgery. As mentioned before, Dipoto also said that Jesse Winker was in New York having surgery on his left knee and is expected to undergo another operation for his neck-related issues. And on another note, Mitch Haniger, the game's right fielder, is also coming off another season thanks to the injuries he sustained. We did the math, and he missed over 4 months because of his ankle injury. Moving on to related news, here's a list of the worst 2022 MLB injuries. First up at number 7, Arizona Diamondbacks Drew Jones. Josh Barfield, the Arizona Diamondbacks, confirmed that Drew Jones will require surgery to repair the posterior labrum in his left shoulder, which, by the way, is a season-ending injury, guys. He suffered the shoulder injury way back in August when he was doing batting practice as a member of the Arizona Diamondbacks organization, and that too for the first time. The surgery will cost the player his precious time, that's for sure, because it comes with an 8 to 9 month recovery period. Now that's what we call a long break from work. Next, at number 6, Chicago Cubs Miguel Amaya. Miguel Amaya suffered a Lisfranc fracture of his left foot, which has stopped him from participating in the Arizona Fall League. He fractured his foot during the AA Tennessee game in September 2022. And you know, Amaya's got a history of injuries because the player also dislocated his left ring finger previously. He exited from the game after his second at bat when he tried to stretch a single into a double. It didn't exactly go in his favor. One sports reporter even commented that his injury was no good. Uh-oh. At number 5, we've got Cincinnati Reds Tyler Stevenson. So it seems like Tyler Stevenson isn't returning this season because he fractured his right collarbone and had to undergo surgery for it. The Cincinnati Reds catcher, just like Chicago Cubs Miguel Amaya, has a history of injuries and spent most of 2022 in and out of surgery. Tyler had a concussion, a broken clavicle, and a broken thumb, all in 2022. Yikes. This season practically broke Stevenson from the looks of it. His fans are concerned about his future, and so are we. Sure, he's still standing, but he needs to take it easy. Though there are some fans that would like to see Stevenson move from behind the plate and into first base instead, but it doesn't seem that they'll be able to see anything of the sort happen this season, maybe not even in the next one. RIP to the fans' hopes and dreams. May you rest in peace. Moving on to number 4, Colorado Rockies Tyler Kinley. Way back in June 2022, Tyler Kinley suffered an ulnar nerve injury, an injury that promptly ended the potential All-Stars campaign altogether. Kinley underwent imaging to see the level of damage, and it showed a right elbow was sprained and a flexor tear. We're not doctors, but that's not good. Things aren't looking too good for Kinley. He's going to undergo yet another procedure in order to figure out what the next step should be for him, game-wise. His manager, Bud Black, added, "It looks like it's probably going to cost him the rest of the season." Fans weren't happy to hear that, and we can relate to them 100%. Black also said that he can't rule out the possibility that Kinley might also need Tommy John surgery. What? That's surely going to complicate things, right? But nothing's for sure yet, so that question will be answered following the procedure, and only then. Kinley also dealt with elbow soreness last season, but his manager said that it's completely unrelated to his injury. Our fingers are crossed that he's able to recover as soon as possible and play the game to his heart's content. Next, at number 3, Los Angeles Angels, Trey Cabbage. Trey Cabbage is expected to miss 3 to 4 months after he was diagnosed with a fractured left forearm, which he suffered in a game for AA Rocket City. A lot of fans are concerned about his injury though, and the duration he'll spend on bed rest. Missing so much time on the field won't help Cabbage's chances of pulling off his best score though. We hope he's able to pull through and deliver a good game soon. Plus, a fractured arm, or, well, any body part, is never fun to deal with. Here's to hoping that the player's in high spirits when he eventually comes back for the season. We're down to the last 2. At number 2, we have Pittsburgh Pirates' Brennan Malone. This just in, Brennan Malone had surgery on his right labrum. He's out of surgery now, but supposedly his injury is going to end his 2022 season and might just interrupt some of the 2023 season too, if the recovery period takes too long. The up-and-coming right-handed Pittsburgh Pirates pitcher has had yet another injury. We're wondering how this will affect his record of 27 total innings he made ever since he was selected by the Arizona Diamondbacks. We hope he's able to recover quickly and get back onto the pitch. Finally, at number 1, Minnesota Twins' Jose Miranda. Jose Miranda, Lin-Manuel Miranda's cousin, and the Minnesota Twins infielder, was hit by a pitch during the game against the White Sox. It turns out that he got a lip and mouth contusion after receiving the smackdown of a lifetime with the ball. And when we say smackdown, we mean it, because the pitch bounced off his left hand and then hit him straight in the face. Oof, that must have left a mark. ESPN's medical report suggested that Miranda should be considered day-to-day, and that he's also out of the lineup for the last game with the White Sox, of the regular season that is. That's a wrap for this video. Which MLB injury did you think was the most painful? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.